right, everybody, this just in.
I'm here to announce the completion of our withdrawal from Afghanistan and the end of the military mission to evacuate American citizens, third country nationals, and vulnerable Afghans. The last C-17 lifted off from Hamid Karzai International Airport on August 30th, this afternoon, at 3:29 p.m. East Coast time. And the last manned aircraft is now clearing the airspace above Afghanistan.
Wow. War is over. I sort of suspected that when I saw all those C-17s, they just one after the other. They all left Hamid Karzai International, HKIA. And I just thought, that looks like the end. So, yes, it was. It was the end. We're done. So, here's what I know. I know that about 280 Americans wanted to stay. They didn't. I don't know if they're dual. We'll find out more about them. I don't know if all of them were what we call dual citizens, meaning they hold citizenship in Afghanistan and the United States, or if some of the Americans were American citizens who chose to stay there because they didn't want the Afghans to believe that all of America abandoned them. I also know that the ability for people to leave continues even now that we're not running this evacuation out of HKIA, and that we're done, thank God, and that, you know, listen, these 13 Marines, one Navy corpsman, one guy from the Army, these babies that died, and they are babies, they were like 20 years old. I think one guy was 30, woohoo, but their lives were so fresh and new. Those 13 literally saved tens of thousands of others. Tens of thousands. About 125, 122. We'll get a final number. I'm sure when Tony Blinken gives his briefing at 5 o'clock, we'll learn exactly, you know, what the situation is. But I can also tell you that I was just listening in during the commercial break to General McKenzie over there. And he told the very first question was my question. The very first question was, what did we do about the equipment that was left behind? And he said that we've demilitarized it, meaning it's inoperable. And that went for 73 planes. That went for MRAPs, you know, the up-armored Humvees, also the Humvees. All the crap that Trump just left there in the 18 months after he surrendered us to the Taliban has all been demilitarized, which I take to mean destroyed and made unusable by the Taliban. So here you have a real president who evacuated 6,000, just about 6,000 Americans, about 120,000 Afghan allies. In 2 weeks, we lost 13 Marines who saved all those lives by being there. In one of the most incredible airlifts I have ever heard of or seen anywhere by anyone, under fire, to end a war where we lost because the previous president had surrendered. And in the 18 months of his surrender period of his presidency, did absolutely nothing to get Americans out, did absolutely nothing to get Afghan allies out, and did absolutely nothing to keep Humvees and up-armored vehicles and 73 airplanes and anti-missile systems, did nothing to get those things out of the hands of the Taliban. I would say everybody needs to send a great big thank you, however you communicate, however you do it, to the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, who has been steady, who has been tough, and who has managed to do something just awe-inspiring. And don't think that he didn't go to they call it a dignified transfer, when your body is taken from a cargo plane and put into an American vehicle on the tarmac at Dover for proper burial. Don't think that he wasn't there. He was.
A solemn, heartbreaking day at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. Sunday, President Biden attending the dignified transfer of the flag-draped remains of 13 U.S. service members killed in the suicide attack at Kabul airport while helping evacuate more than 100,000 Afghan allies and American citizens. The fallen include 11 Marines, a Navy hospital corpsman, and an Army soldier, all of them so young. The country pausing to mourn to honor their sacrifice. Marine Lance Corporal David ESPINOZA, just 20 years old. Marine Sergeant Nicole G., 23 years old. Days before her death, she was featured in this photo, cradling an Afghan baby at the Kabul airport, writing on Instagram, "I love my job." Marine Staff Sergeant DARIN Taylor Hoover from Salt Lake City, at 31, the oldest, his father calling him one heck of a leader. Army Staff Sergeant Ryan Noss, 23, Marine Corporal Hunter Lopez, 22. Marine Lance Corporal RYLEE McCollum, 20, of Jackson, Wyoming, was just weeks away from becoming a father. Marine Lance Corporal Dylan MEROLA, 20. Marine Lance Corporal KAREEM NIKOUI, 20, from Norco, California, his father saying he did not hesitate to be called to duty. Marine Corporal Dagan William Tyler Page, 23, Marine Sergeant Johanny Rosario Picardo, 25, Marine Corporal Umberto Sanchez, 22, Marine Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz, 20. Navy Corpsman Maxton Soviak, 22, his father told a reporter that in the last FaceTime with their son, his mother told him to be safe. He said, "Don't worry, Mom, my guys got me. They won't let anything happen to me." She now realizes that they all just went together.
Wow. Children, all children. Women can't serve with men. Women can't serve with men. You remember when the right-wing radio lunatics were telling you that, we couldn't serve alongside the men. We couldn't give our lives for our country alongside the men because something about being in a foxhole during that time of the month. You remember that conversation? F them. Why are you so willing to listen to men on the radio and women on the TV who get it wrong all the time? All the time. About everything. This war in Afghanistan, truth be told, no one talked about it. It was the forgotten war. It was the longest war. No one talked about it. No one cared about it. No one did a damn thing. And now all of a sudden, everybody's all critical of Joe Biden, who inherited from the president previously, who did this on purpose, a surrender to the Taliban, our enemy, and an 18-month period of time where Donald Trump was the president of the United States and didn't lift a finger to evacuate any American, to evacuate any of our allies, to evacuate any of our equipment, missile defense systems, MRAPs, Humvees, airplanes, nothing. Didn't do a jack crap thing. But Biden ends it. And yes, it cost us 13 American lives. And the same people who told you we had to go there in the first place, the same people who told you we had to stay there, the same people that told you we needed to invade an unarmed nation called Iraq because either you were with them or you were with the terrorists, also told you women can't serve next to men. Women can't do this job. And now they're telling you to take ivermectin and forego a vaccine in the middle of a pandemic, and that investing in America with $3.5 lousy trillion, which is just about what we spent in Afghanistan, is too expensive. Don't you ever get tired of giving your time and attention to people who are always wrong, always, about everything. It takes 2 minutes to tell the truth, and it takes a lifetime to lie, and that's why they do it. Tune in tomorrow for another, episode. This is not episodic TV. This is not White Lotus. This is not where you could sit there and go, look at those entitled people. Look at them. No, you don't get to do that here. This is people literally die because they're so wrong so often. That's why I keep on saying smarten up, and anyone can do it. Anyone. Everyone can get smart. Everyone can orient themselves. Everyone can learn what to do right now to help yourself. Everyone. So do it.